morning. Today is day 26 of the Index Card a Day Challenge. So I'm going to get started on that in a second. But the first thing I want to do is share with you the big box. And the reason I'm doing that is because I mentioned moving into the big box after I finished my small scraps. And that's a real loose term because I have small scraps in the big box. I didn't do a great job sorting evidently because I was looking through here and I thought, oh, look at all these little scraps. And I've made some more since then. But anyway, some of you have said you couldn't wait to get in the big box. And I thought, well, I don't even know if I really let you know we kind of transitioned into it. Probably back with this card and this card. So this is the big box that I'm referring to, and there is another box with scrapbook paper, and there's another box with just white, black, and text paper and things like that I didn't even bring over. I'm not working out of those. These are the envelopes that I emptied out. There's a few things left in the miscellaneous envelope, and there's a little bit in the black, white, and text. So I've kind of gotten tired of those, so I put them aside for a little bit. So all the cards I've created so far have come out of, these were full, and this was full. I mean, like, full. So we've used quite a bit of scraps. Then I kind of moved into the box and started using things in it a couple days ago. Let me show you this real quick. I know you've seen it, but some of you might not have. When I moved into the big box, I created a couple more pages in my big book. This one, this is too high, but I think you can see it. And this one is not finished, but it's got a lot of scraps on it from the box. So I'm just going to give you a peek into the box. The two cards and the book I just showed you, I've been playing with some scraps I pulled off the top and a couple I pulled off the bottom just randomly. And that's what's left here. This is my black paper and my black scraps that I'm playing with, so I keep those handy. Then there's some clusters in here that I created a long time ago when I had to go on a trip. I thought I would do some scrap stuff on, and I never did. So I have these to work with. Then I have all these starter cards, or maybe some of them are reject cards that I use in my scraps. These are strips that we did, I think, during the 100 days. So then I have all these papers that I need to go through and use up what I can. So what I've been doing, it's just digging in and grabbing a bunch and then making a card or a page. And I just thought I would give you a little glimpse of what I'm working with. I don't know why other people's scraps are so fascinating and your own seem so boring. Mine seem boring, like why would you want to see these? But maybe you do. I just did these the other day, playing with junk mail. I just felt like painting and scribbling, so that's what I did, but I love them. This is like one of the very first papers I ever used when I started painting, and I just haven't cut it up yet. It's on a piece of scrapbook paper. It goes back to like 2009 or 10 maybe. These are from my paint palette paper. Okay, so I'm going to go through, put this kind of back in order, and as I put it in order, I'm just going to pull out a few things to use that I'm inspired by. And we're in the big box now. Putting all this away, and I came across this card, and this is where I got this flower from. Just thought I'd share that with you real quick. This is just an index card that I threw extra paint on, and I got the shape out of that. Okay, I put my box back on the other table and I have it open, and I will probably revisit it to see if there's anything I can use if I don't see something in here. And certainly I should be able to find something in here, but you never know. So I kept out my black papers. I use these as accent papers. It's just copy paper that I paint black, and then I use the little bits and pieces to make accent pieces that I like on here, the little circles, or on here, the little leaves. And then this is everything that inspired me from the box this morning. I did not do a grab randomly. I kind of just put everything back and picked out things that I liked that inspired me. So let me show you what we've got to work with today real quick. These really are some of my favorites. I don't know why. And I always love these pieces. And I kept this for some reason, just in case. And this little area here. And this one. This little area here. And I really want to use this on something sometime. This little area. This area. And that's it. What I do now is I just go through and I'm going to find pieces I really love, and I'm going to kind of decide which ones I want to put as my base layer on my card. And then I look for things as I'm looking for my base that could be the focal point. I could use something like this as the focal point. I could cut the whole bird out if I wanted to. I'm going through everything and I just keep getting drawn to this little bird, and I wrote on here, I can actually read it, which is unusual for me. I just wrote, I'm just a doodle bird. I love that. And I'm thinking I want to try to use this bird. I did this in pencil. I don't love it. I'm going to use these Stabilo Woodies. I just pulled out the colors I used in the bird, and I'm going to try and see what it looks like with a little bit of painting on here with these pencils. These are water soluble. What I used here is not. I'm going to dry this and then I'm going to cut her out. I want to keep the little saying that I wrote. Took way longer to decide on than I really planned on it, just to get the background. I didn't know I was going to use the bird. I'm trying to decide which way I want my card and if I even want to use this bird. This way or this way. I think I want it this way. Let's just glue it down. And once it's down, I like it better, you know? Isn't that weird? Oh, I like that so much better now that it's down. Why is that? I don't understand that. I want her to have been like playing at a flower or eating at a flower or perched on a flower. Maybe I should give her some legs. Does she need legs? I think she's flying. We'll just leave her flying. And this says, I'm just a doodle bird. I don't know if I want to use that or not now. Okay, I'm gonna get my Stabilo pencil. Let's make a little flower for her. Okay, and I'm gonna glue this down. I'm gonna activate this with a small paintbrush. I'm gonna leave the flower alone because it's got some colors from the papers in it by itself. And I want it to stand out separate from her, so I like that. Get a plain sheet of paper to look at this. I think it might be done. I think we're gonna say she's done. I don't think she needs anything else. I think that's pretty cute. Okay, so let's call her done. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. And I will see you again soon. Hope you have a great whatever it is. Bye-bye.